Hello, hello. It is the one and only 5D Attraction, Pyramidian Coaching. Um, in this next video, I want to touch on a very important principle that you got to understand when it comes to attraction. I mean, this is just the reality. Men, women, I think, everyone experiences this to some capacity. I got the attractiveness scale here to kind of use as a reference, just to give an example. But um, when attraction, or you can also say value, when attraction or value is met for that person. So let's say this person is a girl that's a six, boom, and there's a guy that's an eight or nine in her mind, and she's with that person. Um, when when the attractiveness level is met, and they really really are sold, they're just like, this is what I like. Everything's easy. Everything is much easier, smoother. Um, and now let's say you take that same girl that's a six and she's with a four. It's a completely different situation. There's rules. There's um, a harsh judgment criteria that's being utilized. You know what I mean? And everything becomes difficult. You know what I mean? You text. Oh, everybody's reaching out. Oh, she's not texting back. He's not texting back. He's giving mixed signals. Not consistent. Um, you know, doesn't really treat me a certain way. But primarily when they're not showing strong interest, generally there's more that you're feeling like you got to do. But in reality, you got to understand it just means that they view you as below that threshold. Where you might look at them and say, oh, they're not even cute. Like, let's say the person's a six. Well, in their eyes, you're not above that to them. So with that being said, it's actually a beautiful thing because what you begin to also realize is this, and this is the principle to really understand. Okay, you can do anything that can make her upset, that can bother her, that can get her annoyed, get her frustrated. But if she's extremely attracted at that level, all the rules are off. They let admissions happen. They let slips go by. They'll let you get over on certain things. This happens all the time. Vice versa. You know, the man lets the girl get away with a bunch of stuff because he's so attracted to her. He ignores all the red flags, all these type of things. So this is what takes place. All the rules are off the table because this person is so attracted to that person. Now let's flip it. If the person's not attracted, let's say that six is with someone that's a two or a three in their eyes. Because you got to remember, this is all, there's no one objective scale. There's just, each person has their own scale, but this is just used as a metric. But a 10 is, or a five or a three is going to be different to each person. But to that person, if they're a six and the person's a one or a two, and they're pursuing them and they're not feeling it, um, there's nothing, they can do everything right. They can set up the perfect date. They can be the most polite, the most friendly, the most giving, the most caring. And guess what? It's not going to do anything because the attraction isn't there. So it's null and void. So when you understand this, you start to understand the power of attraction, and you start to understand that it's one of those things that is such a powerful force to the point where it speaks for itself. And what you'll find is if you're not getting what you want from the person you're pursuing or the person you're with, um, primarily in the dating stage, because once you two are together, it's a different game, which I'll talk about later. I'm really just focusing on the attracting dating aspect. Um, but, you know, yeah, I mean, once that person's locked in, they're locked in. If they're not, they're not. But you just start to realize that if you're having trouble with somebody, it's probably because the attractiveness isn't there, and there's nothing you can do. So you understand the power of this force and how much it really affects things. So somebody will tell you, "Oh, it's because of this and that," but when you understand this, what I'm telling you, oh, that's just fluff. The real bottom line is the attractiveness wasn't there for whatever reason. You can figure out those reasons and improve if you want to, or you can just say, hey, let me find a person that's for me. But regardless, you got to understand that, because once you understand that, you see through all the fluff, and it cuts out a lot of manipulation and confusion. And that's the goal. Okay. So with that being said, make sure to check out the info in the bio for the program that's out. It's called BASE Dating Attraction Program. Like and subscribe. Spread the word so we can get some more subscribers, building up the channel. And I'll see you all in the next video.